So, hi, I'm Matt Scott from Insurance DataLab, and I'm here with Lee Anderson, the Deputy CEO of Specialist Risk Group. So thanks for joining us, Lee.
You're welcome.
So, pace of M&A doesn't really appear to be slowing down despite what people thought. What's your take on where the level of activities are going to be this year?
Well, it's interesting you say that not as you thought. We kind of thought it would continue, actually. We think that good businesses will always sell. I think it's a question of when people choose the time is right. There's certainly a lot of available capital and a lot of interested parties for people that have independent businesses at the moment. So, I don't see it accelerating, but I think pretty much the same level that we have at the moment, I think is what our expectation is for the year.
Maintaining that pace. Okay. What about valuations? How do you see those changing? Or are they going to change?
They're all going to go downwards. So everything's going to get a lot cheaper. The question of valuation, valuations are what they are. I don't get too bent out of shape insofar as a good business will always sell at a premium to a bad business. Valuations have changed. People get fixated now on multiples of EBITDA, but actually what has changed is people now look at what that multiple is being driven off of.
Sure.
And years ago it was very straightforward, and now that becomes a little more tricky with pro formas and normalised numbers. So I think people sometimes get fixated on a multiple rather than a deal structure.
Okay.
And I think that can hide a multiple of sins.
Sure. And at Specialist Risk Group, you've kind of been positioning yourselves as a different breed of consolidator to some of the other companies.
Well, we're certainly different, Matt.
Yeah.
We're not a consolidator.
Oh, okay. So what makes you different then? How do you see that? And what does it mean for the types of businesses you're targeting?
Okay, yeah, thank you. Well, so basically our model is, the clue is in the name. So we are very, very, very interested in people that have spent 10, 15, 20 years becoming a specialist in a thing.
Yeah.
And almost the thing doesn't matter, provided that people have spent that amount of time becoming an expert in their field. So whether that's retail, whether that's wholesale, whether it's underwriting, indeed whether it's UK, Ireland or overseas, businesses that have expressed that desire to maintain their specialist credentials are very interesting to us.
And does things like size of business matter to you when you're looking for your targets?
No, I think it's important. We've acquired quite a few businesses, as you'll know, over the last 3.5 years. It's important that not just for the company itself, but for the people you acquire, that you don't get indigestion and do too many, because you then lose the personal touch of example. So scale is not important, but I think there comes a moment in time where you would look at something that's more transformational, maybe.
Sure.
After a while, and I think 3.5 years in, Specialist Risk Group now has got a very different footprint to the one it had when we started the business.
And you mentioned kind of specialism being key for you. What other things do you look at when you're looking at an acquisition? What's important traits for you?
Well, the biggest one is really straightforward. People often overlook it when we talk about values and what makes a good business or whatever. It's the leadership.
Sure.
I always think that an acquisition is the end of one particular journey, but it's the start of another. And in our kind of model, you've got to work with people that you want to work with forever, effectively. And so, often we will not progress on a process after the initial meetings purely because we don't think we're gelling and we don't think we're right for both parties. I think, there are businesses that our competitors, our peer group would have liked to have acquired that we've acquired. There's businesses that our peer group have acquired that we would have liked. So sometimes it's quite hard for people to judge what different owner. But I think if you look at the things that could only really have ever lived in our group or things that could only have ever lived in another group, that is probably the main differentiator. It gives you a sense of what people are really after.
Fantastic. Well, thanks very much for that.
You're welcome.
Really interesting.
Great.
Thanks very much.
Thanks so much.
Cheers.
Thank you.